What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And today I'm here to present you a very special holiday-themed movie. Now, let me ask you guys a question. When you think of Christmas, what is the first thing that comes to mind? If you guessed Christmas trees, snow, or even Santa Claus himself, you might be correct, but one of the big names is obviously Santa. And today, I'm doing something special. Now, when you think of Santa Claus, like obviously he's been portrayed in several different memes over the last century, all right? Where it's film, TV, cartoons, and whatnot. You know, you get the whole point. So yeah, so and only comes a matter of time when someone delivers a good performance of our Jolly Man in Red. So yeah. So today, I'm going to give you guys my list and my preference of what I think are some of the best Santa portrayals in film and TV. So yeah, and of course, this was a tall order because I was able to narrow it down to at least 5, but there will be a honorable mention. So yeah, I'm going to admit this right now. There's a whole bunch of Christmas movies I have not seen, but a lot of them don't have Santa. All right, but there's a few that do, and I think these top 5 I think deliver in more ways than ever. And like this is my personal preference. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. So yeah, stuff like I would say like Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, that's one movie I still have yet to see. And of course, people always say, "Oh, Richard Attenborough's great." I'm like, I have not seen it. I really have to. That way, I can make a judgment. All right, but anyway. Let's get on to this. Let's get down to business. I want to give here's my list of my favorite Santa portrayals in film and TV. All right, but right now, first let's talk about the honorable mention. That is Mickey Rooney. Okay, he portrayed Santa Claus in not one but 2 Rankin and Bass productions back in the '60s. Okay, that is Year Without Santa Claus and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Both of them I have seen growing up time and time again. They're both classics. And of course, what can you say? They're amazing movies or made to TV specials. And of course, the one guy behind them is, of course, Mickey Rooney, who was a great leading man of the time because he was great with comedy, he was great with acting, he was great with everything, and of course, brought all his chops to the world of voice acting. I think he nailed the voice of Santa perfectly. Even though I feel like like there's many people have played Santa in different roles better, but to me, he's gonna be a voice of my child because like there's just something about it. It's like he perfectly balances the level of seriousness with the comedic stuff and really blends in perfectly with the story that is being told in front of you. I will admit the latter of the two, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, one of my personal favorites. Okay, if you've never seen that one, I highly suggest you go watch it. It's really good. All right, now onto the list. Coming at number 5, Tom Hanks from The Polar Express. Yes, I'm going to admit this right now, okay? If you've never seen Polar Express, yeah, I know the CG and looks dated and the mocap looks dated, but you cannot deny the magnificence that is Tom Hanks. And the fact that he's played 5 roles in this movie is a testament to his craft. And one of them is, of course, Jolly Old Saint Nick. Even though this role was reserved much later in the movie, and like I felt like his story was just perfect. Like not like I wouldn't say it was a commanding performance, but not as good as the conductor character, which he played in this movie. But he did a fantastic job, and like being able to deliver the lines, and like it was like a perfect voice to accompany to talk to our only hero boy, and like it really just he said, "Don't always believe in me." It's like he always believed in him, kind of thing. It's so great, and like seriously, a tip of the hat to Tom Hanks. What a great performance! If you've never seen Polar Express, I seriously, even though it's my least favorite movies, but I feel like Tom Hanks is the one that always brings the fire when it comes to a movie like this. All right. Coming at number 4, Kurt Russell from The Christmas Chronicles. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking. Yeah, this is a somewhat recent Christmas movie, especially a hit on Netflix, and now, of course, I liked it. Even though, despite what critics think, by the way, you critics suck, okay? Give it a rewatch, okay, you fucking idiots. But anyway, Kurt Russell made Santa cool. Yeah, like if you expect him to be like old and gruff, no, he made him look cool. He made him energetic and just batshit fun to watch. Okay, and also creating like an interesting language in this. I'm talking about the elf language they talks with among his elves. It's pretty fun. But the moment that absolutely puts it over the top for me is, of course, is the scene that if you have not seen it, if you know what scene I'm talking about, it's when he does his own rendition of Jailhouse Rock with the E Street Band in that county jail scene. Oh my good God! Like I remember first watching, I go, wait a minute. Is that what I think that is? And everyone's, oh my God, it's the E Street Band. All of a sudden, then he starts singing this Elvis rendition. I was like, oh my God. It just made me laugh. It had me going, yeah, come on. How can you not love a performance like this that really combines both the energy, the magnificence, and of course, hey, Kurt Russell can sing. And of course, I kind of find this a bit of a full circle moment. If you did not know this about Kurt Russell, is that his very first performance as an actor, he was 8 years old in an Elvis movie back in 1963. Yeah, I bet you all didn't know that, okay? So, yeah, amazing. He did a great job. I really enjoyed it. Man, like Kurt Russell, he's one of my personal favorite wingmen of the 80s. He was like one of those guys that like always talk shit and kind of thing. You like, I don't know. There's just something about this role that made me just go, yes, this is a great Christmas movie, and a movie I think people really need to give it a watch again. Again, it's a great modern day Christmas, and I hope it does become a classic one day. All right. Coming at number 3, Ed Asner in Elf. Yes, okay. I have mentioned that Elf is on my favorite Christmas movies list. So yeah, and to me, I feel like Ed Asner's performance puts it over the top because I feel like he fit so well into this role. Like, and you could see the age and experience in him. It's like okay, we need someone to play Santa. And it's like, oh, here's Ed Asner. It's like I can fit right into it, and like with his gravelly voice and his gravitas, it's the perfect fit. It fits him like a fucking glove. And yeah, and of course you can pull out some good singers here and there. That's what that put over the top for me. Why I enjoy it every time I see Elf on. But of course, come on. To me, I feel like he kind of steals the show. Even though, let's see, the focus is Buddy the Elf, which is Will Ferrell. Well, of course, take your limit. I know a couple people can't tolerate Will Ferrell, but who knows? Okay, who cares? Okay, just admit the fact that Elf, possibly one of the most popular movies, has a freaking Broadway show. Think about that, folks. All right. Coming at number 2. Tim Allen from the Santa Claus movies. And yes, and of course, this could be a little bias on my part. Yeah, okay. Say what you want about Tim Allen, but I love him because hey, I just loved him on Home Improvement growing up. Great show. I reviewed some. I talked about that on my channel before, like my favorite Home Improvement episodes. But here, he just takes the Tim Taylor thing, throws it out the window, cranks up a notch. It's just a different persona. He just goes batshit insane in there. It's like, and of course, at first he's like, well, I don't want to be Santa, of course, but of course, technically he did kind of kill Santa at the beginning of the movie, which I feel like was like the darkest moment in the whole franchise. It's like, hello, he literally goes outside because he hears Santa on the roof, and he's like, hey, you, he kills fucking Santa just by saying one line to distract him to cause him to fall off the roof. Damn. But yeah, but over time, as you watch the first movie, it's like he slowly transforms, and to me, he transforms with the movie, and that is the perfect act and perfect way to make that puts Tim Allen's performance over the top. And of course, his performances in the sequels are good, but of course, nothing can hold a candle to his first outing that really just set the bar. And of course, and everyone's gonna ask me, hey, what's your favorite out of the Santa Claus movies? Well, I don't know. That's a topic for nerd debate, for nerd day. Who knows? Okay, there's like where you like Tim Allen or not depends on whether these movies you'll find yourself laughing at. And of course, I do find myself laughing in all these movies because Tim Allen brings the fun, the charm, and just batshit insanity. And I love it, especially in the first movie. The other two ones, it's definitely more reserved. All right. Now, coming at number 1. Stan Francis. Now, if anybody doesn't know who Stan Francis is, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. He was a famous character actor back in the 50s and 60s. He would play the voice of Santa in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and of course, unfortunately, unfortunately, this would be his big breakout role his last big breakout role because he would pass away back in '66. So yeah, and if you have to think of a famous iconic voice to link Santa to me, I feel like Stan Francis delivers because like it's nice, calming, and charming, but commanding as well. And he does a fantastic job. Okay, and of course, around this time every year, I always hear those promos. Like Rudolph, full power. And of course, that is another voice of my childhood, and it just makes me warm and fuzzy inside, and I go, "Yep, that's the Santa I wish we had." Okay, of course, yeah, but of course, animated or otherwise, Stan Francis will live on in this role. Okay, even though, like I said, his last big role to me, he brought a certain gravitas to it, and he delivered. And I absolutely recommend Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer around this time every year. There's just so much I could talk about with this movie. All right, but those are my portrayals. Those are my favorites. Like I said, I'm missing a bunch. I'm sure like people are saying, "What about Jack Skellington?" Well, hold on, that's a story for another day. Or there's like I said, I'm missing a bunch. Well, I don't know. Eventually, I'll get to some of these art Christmas movies one day, and I'll do like a whole big ranking, all right? But that's all I have to say for today. I want to hear your rankings, okay, of your favorite Santa portrayals in film and TV, all right? That does for this week. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.